And now, Internet Everything proudly presents 55erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there lived a young woman named 55erella. 55erella had 10 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatina, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. May 55erella do all the chores. 55er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yvonne, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella all together. One day, the king of 55ham's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear ye! The king of 55ham is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quinquadrajintupling. But 55erella is not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. He's going to marry me, said Fatima, the oldest stepsister. Ivana said, No way, Fatima. He's going to marry me. The rest said, No, he's going to marry me. Later, 55erella is so sad, distraught, and upset doing chores about not going to the ball and marry Prince Quinquadrajintupling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts 55erella by saying, There now, my dear sweet 55erella. I can help with a bit of magic, and waves her magic wand. And because of that, 55erella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 55erella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. Luckily, 55erella has 55 pumpkins and 110 mice. 55erella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 55 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 110 mice into horses, and 55erella's fairy ripped clothes into a gown and crown. 55erella says, I've never seen such a quinquadrajintupling-tastic gown. Get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? 55erella's fairy godmother says, Well, you can't. But have fun, 55erella. But I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before. Back to normal. And gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. 55erella accepted the warning and climbed into the coach. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of 55ham says, Good evening, everyone. My son, Prince Quinquadrajintupling, was wondering who he owed to marry. Isn't that right, son? In which Prince Quinquadrajintupling responds, Yes, father. Suddenly, 55erella arrives just in time for the ball. Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella say, He's walking towards me! All together, but he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Quinquadrajintupling is walking towards 55erella. May I have this dance? asks Prince Quinquadrajintupling, in which 55erella responds, I would be delighted. Prince Quinquadrajintupling and 55erella dance happily together. But later, as 55erella checks her clock, it's almost midnight! And so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Quinquadrajigin is really sad and worried that he might never see 55erella again. The king of 55erella comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find her. And so, the king of 55ingham and Prince Quinquadrajigin began their journey all around 55ingham to find 55erella and brought the glass slipper with them. By the time they arrive, they knock. Prince Quinquadrajigin knocks on the door of the house where 55erella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters live. But instead of 55erella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters. Prince Quinquadrajigin then says, Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can you try on this glass slipper? Fatima is first, but her foot is too big. Ivana is next, but her foot is too small. Nonsense! It fits, she said. The rest are the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Quinquadrajigin and the king of 55ingham noticed 55erella singing. Prince Quinquadrajigin, is that you? She hollered excitedly. Prince Quinquadrajigin says, Of course it's me. My father and I found you. I love you. Will you marry me? And the glass slipper fits. And so, 55erella, the king of 55ingham, and Prince Quinquadrajigin lived happily ever after. The end. And I bet it was a fun story, right, Doers? I've been debating on making some sequels. So, if you want to see maybe someday 55erella 2, 55 wishes come true, tell your friends about it, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And have you found your prince or princess? Just let me know. And maybe my Cinderella parodies will come true and become real. Take care, Doers. Bye.